Hello and welcome back to Digital Asset Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Things are getting very exciting, and let's dive right into the South China Morning Post. China's latest digital currency test doubles down on previous trial, nudging merchants and consumers to embrace the E-Yuan. In China's largest test yet of its digital sovereign currency, 100,000 red packets containing 200 E-Yuan, equivalent to US $30, were distributed via lottery in Suzhou City, and some business owners were reluctant to participate in the latest pilot program, but were told a merchant can decline payment in Alipay or WeChat Pay, but cannot decline payment in the E-Yuan. And I think that's going to pick up the pace, and I believe it already has, as I think the pieces will start coming together and the puzzle will begin to get a little bit more clear. But here we're going to try and give you as much information for you to solve the puzzle for yourself. Now, breaking, new pro-crypto SEC chairman has been appointed. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has a new boss who will lead the agency's fight against Ripple, is the comment. Elad Roisman has been appointed to chair the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, according to a tweet shared by Commissioner Hester Pierce. Congratulations, Chairman Roisman. I look forward to your leadership of the SEC. He has been a member of the agency since September 2018 after being nominated by incumbent U.S. President Donald Trump and confirmed by the U.S. Senate. As reported by You Today, former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton informed Trump about stepping down on December 23rd. What it means for crypto. Roisman, known as one of the most crypto-friendly SEC commissioners, who has been a vocal supporter of regulating cryptocurrencies. The new appointment comes at a critical point for blockchain company Ripple that recently got sued by the agency over illegal XRP sales. In my opinion, I have a multiple levels of thought and theory on this issue, but my first immediate discussion, or I should say perspective, is where is Elad going to fall on the Ripple issue? If he again takes up Jay Clayton's stance, especially being pro-crypto, then my thoughts are this. With Ripple coming out pro-Biden using President Bill Clinton, then I would think it took great offense to U.S. President Donald Trump for his second term, and I would believe that's the reasoning for this. We will soon see if Elad is basically removes this challenge against Ripple. Then I think maybe Donald Trump would bring up the focus of basically fighting back against China with putting them priority. But it's very difficult to see that from the perspective that they've been openly anti-Donald Trump. So his second term is going to be a challenge for them, I believe, if they remain a U.S.-based company, unless they make some significant changes, because U.S. President Donald Trump is a great deal with loyalty. So all of the research I'm finding, this has nothing to do with any parties. This has nothing to do with politics. This is just what research shows. And so far, I believe we've been extremely accurate as far as what cryptocurrencies have shown, and we show everything that we discuss. So President's Working Group on Financial Markets releases a statement on key regulatory and supervisory issues relevant to certain stablecoins. The President's Working Group on Financial Markets, PWG, today released a statement providing an initial assessment of key regulatory and supervisory considerations for participants in significant stablecoin arrangements with a U.S. nexus that are primarily used for retail payment. When I think retail, I instantly think Stellar. When I hear stablecoin, I think Stellar, as Stellar typically is the basis of most currencies. And that's where I tend to lean. And you can typically find that in a great extent with IBM, as they've been working for years with central banks. Now, the U.S. SEC seeks public comment on brokers' custody of digital asset. So you can see a lot of things are coming out. They're coming out faster. So it's getting very interesting to see. Time always is the teller of what's really reality. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, on Wednesday asked for public comment on broker-dealer custody of digital assets and how the broker-dealer should be regulated when holding these products and recommending them to investors, the agency said in a statement. The move, which the agency says will help inform the future regulatory action in this market, and it comes after a July 2019 notice of guidance the SEC issued mandating firms comply with the Customer Protection Rule, which requires broker-dealers to safeguard both the cash and securities of their customers, and it does not currently address digital assets. Now we have back here again, because I'm extremely excited about this. I'm sharing it, and I believe this is our third consecutive video we are discussing all of you guys at Smartlands, and I'm super excited with this, a stellar performance. So we are focused on creating equitable access to the financial system by building a global network that delivers services to users regardless of their geography. Danelle Dixon, CEO of SDF, the Stellar Development Foundation. So the team at Smartlands has been substantial progress at the development of the Stellar Network during 2020. And as a result, Smartlands has decided to confirm its commitment to running on the Stellar Network as the primary ecosystem for all initiatives and business development plans we currently have under development. So with this article, we set out some background to this decision and the benefits we see accruing to the Smartlands community on Stellar. But first, some recent history on key Stellar development milestone. There's the USDC on Stellar, which I find to be extremely exciting. You have the Bankhaus Vonderheit and EURB on Stellar. And then now the Smartlands on Stellar, which again, we were sharing as much as we could information directly from the Smartlands team. And now they had a little transition outside of Stellar and excited to see them return. So the technical team at Smartlands, led by the CEO, Elad Roisman, has long been cutting edge of implementing projects on the Stellar network. So Smartlands was the first in the world to issue equity tokens on the public blockchain that were then sold to retail investors. The project in question was a fully let student accommodation block in Nottingham, UK, back in 2019. And in other words, the Smartlands technology is battle proven and shown to work extremely efficiently. And it is this that was behind the decision of Agroxy to join with Smartlands to run their own system utilizing the Smartlands IP on the Stellar network. So Smartlands is currently in advanced negotiation with major real estate owners, including a consortium based in Germany that owns more than 1,000 residential apartments, with a view to tokenizing the assets and issuing tokens on the Smartlands network, which will then be quoted in a secondary market on the Smartlands bulletin board. A key consideration for the asset owners is the settlement medium that will apply to transactions, so the creation of USDC and EURB on Stellar is seen as a very positive development by the Smartlands team, as it will enable European investors to acquire tokens using Euro and USD stablecoins, thus eliminating any investor concerns over exchange rate risks. So transaction fees for each trade in these assets will be payable in the Smartlands token SLT, which will also have the effect of increasing demand for the SLT. So Stellar has made substantial progress in the protocol development towards the support of regulated assets and interoperability, although not all the changes are yet deployed to mainnet. We have an assurance from Stellar Development Foundation, the SDF, that regulated assets are a priority and all the protocol level features necessary to meet the legislation requirements will be delivered. So at Smartlands, we've been asked by many interested parties how the SLT will be used on the Stellar network, since it was in our initial plan to develop our own blockchain infrastructure on which we would apply inflation and fee distribution to qualifying holders of the SLT. So with Smartlands now committed to Stellar and in the process of developing joint ventures such as Agroxy JV that will generate SLT fee income as transaction cost on the platform, and will have the basis to form a fee pool. So it is envisaged that the 2/3 of the pool will form operational revenue for the token compliance operator, and the remaining 1/3 will be distributed as an inflation reward to individual SLT holders who hold a minimum qualifying amount of SLT on the Stellar network, and indeed on all other networks, including the Smartlands network. To me, that is very bullish for Stellar and very excited for Smartlands. So I hope you guys are having a great holiday, a great Christmas, keeping warm, holding strong, because it's really not that much longer. So much information is coming out. I'm interested to see where the chips lie, where the chips fall, so to speak. So we'll have a better vision of what the future is to hold. But I think, again, patience will be your greatest reward. And guys, remember, this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. But before we go, we want to leave you with a final thought. Michael Jordan once said, "I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." Much love. We will catch you in the next one.